You can start.
Okay. So my presentation is on YouTube University. I am Velma Webb, if you guys do not know that. So I wanted to actually get you guys involved and see how many of you actually know YouTube. Of course, I'm sure you guys do, but what do you use YouTube for?
Watching videos.
Okay.
I've uploaded a few assignments from school on there as far as like my psychology class. We had
Mhm.
to like upload videos like when we had to make like commercials and stuff. So
Mhm. Okay. So you're kind of familiar with it. Anyone else want to put in?
Maybe listen to music on it.
Okay, music. Well, all right. Okay. So just a little background on YouTube. It was created in 2005 by three men that actually used to work for PayPal. Here recently, Google, well, not recently, but here, in the time frame, Google just purchased it in 2006. And if you don't know, YouTube is an American online video sharing platform who is headquartered out in California. They created this service so you can upload, view, rate, share, add stuff to a playlist, comment on videos, or subscribe to your favorite YouTubers. I haven't gotten to that level yet, but it's generated for corporate media videos, anything that you can think of, you may be able to find it on YouTube. I actually learned how to change a flat tire off of YouTube. So little things like that. YouTube is very resourceful. But recently, we're starting to see the uprise of it inside of the classroom. So what does YouTube in the classrooms mean? YouTube was actually introduced into an educational platform in 2009. It was actually on a ban list for educational resources because of the content that was loaded on YouTube wasn't reliable, it wasn't appropriate for some age groups. But in 2012, it was actually taken off the ban list and seen as a educational resource. So some of the pros that YouTube does have to offer is offer multiple learning options for the same task. So that means that, some people work better through visual components. I know I am a visual learner, so it actually helps me out. Some learn by the audio. It just depends on your learning style of how it works for you. With YouTube, you can directly read the information that needs to be retained, and you also can have multiple methods of showing your problems resolution so that every student can learn in a way that better suits their learning style. It's also a pro of free access. Who doesn't love free? I know I do. So with free access, excuse me, whenever you have it, wherever you are, you can access it for free. You don't have to have any type of account unless you just, really into YouTube to where, like how you said, that you upload videos on it or anything like that. It's a free access for it. This makes it a useful tool for teachers. And, all teachers have that limited resource or funds. So YouTube is actually a free online platform that they can use to better communicate and teach their students, especially ones that are on tight budgets like us in Alabama. So with that, you can access it for free. Digital learning is powerful, so that's another pro of it. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I ate a burger. One of the best benefits of the video is that learning is that a person can pause, they can stop it, they can rewind. I know with chemistry, with it being virtual for us because of the pandemic, the teaching style that my chemistry teacher teaches us isn't the learning style that I am able to pick up. So even with her, keeping it open, the open door policy of us being able to communicate with her, I go to YouTube to learn some of my chemistry work so that I can actually, succeed in the classroom. So more pros is that it's a flexible learning. You can use it anywhere. So like here at work, I can upload something that I need to learn how to do anything. You don't have to be in a specific location to access YouTube. Teachers aren't tied down to just one area of their teaching style. So I know that some teachers actually create the YouTube or create their lesson plan or communicate their lesson plan on the YouTube platform right in their home, and the students are able to access it in their home. So that extends the classroom setting to the home. So I know a lot of students cannot afford tutors. So like I said, I learned from chemistry off of the YouTube platform. So that is a different way that I can teach, a free tutor that teaches me on a subject that I'm not too well at. It also is a network source to teachers. So that means that not every teacher has the ability to create and upload videos that are based on their curriculum. But there's one teacher that can be found throughout the entire YouTube platform that can help the other teachers that have the same concept or curriculum that can be used as a media resource for their classroom. So meaning that I may not have that option to do so, but there's a teacher on there that has the same curriculum, the same teaching style or teaching method that works for my classroom. I can find them on their site or subscribe to them and use them as a tool to communicate or teach with my classroom. Do anyone have any questions for me thus far? All right, let's get to the cons. So with the cons of YouTube, not every video is reliable. And I think at the age that we are, we know that. Fake news isn't just something that you see on Facebook or Instagram or platform. You see unreliable things on YouTube as well. So there's numerous of videos that are uploaded every day that come in questions. Some sources of the video may not be a reliable source. So as we know, it's not a good platform for, it's not always reliable. Age appropriate is a big thing, especially for the early childhood or the primary, I'm secondary, but you got to be able to find age appropriate videos that are suitable for your classroom environment or setting. So that includes videos that are intended for the younger audience. This particular key point may not be able, may not fit the high school or the college level, but you do not want to show an inappropriate video or a video that is past their learning skills. So like I said, you may have primary students or teaching to primary or early education, but there may have secondary learning styles or secondary education learning styles on there that cannot give the students what they're looking for. It's advertising is another thing that's a big thing. I know when I'm looking at videos, I'll see an ad pop up. It's annoying. Sometimes I'll just log out because I don't want to sit and wait on the ad. So advertisement can be a bother. They can be lengthy, and sometimes you don't have the option to skip them. And the ads may not be appropriate. And with ads, you may also have distractions. So with that, you may be looking at something that you need, and then an ad pops up for, something designed or something, a new shoe or something that just came out, and it grabs your attention like they're supposed to. You click on the ad, and right there you lose the main focus of what the students who could be looking for. So that could be a hazard, or that could be a problem for the kids who attention spans are easily distracted. Some more cons is that it promotes individualism. This one was a actual, eye opener for me. With individualism, that's a drawback because, you learning through a video, it's just you and your computer screen. It can make learning harder because with learning in the traditional setting, group learning facilitates communal problem solving and building teamwork skills. And you don't want to lose that by just solely depending on YouTube. So if you're using this in the classroom, you want to make sure that you find videos or actually do assignments that pushes group effort or group work, because you don't want that individual mindset to begin to seed inside your classroom. With video learning, it requires equipment. Here in the pandemic, we specifically saw that a lot of the students or a lot of the kids did not have the proper resources that they need to be able to do their learning at home or virtually. So we saw that a huge one, which some of the schools did provide Google Chromebooks for everyone to be able to do it. But with YouTube, you do need the proper equipment, from cell phones to tablets. And you see that in like the lower poverty homes, or some people who just cannot afford it. So that's a con also. An internet connection, which was a big rise during the pandemic. We saw that a lot of homes did not have a proper internet connection. So some of the rural areas were forced back to the traditional settings inside the classroom, even in the middle of a pandemic. Or, some counties were sent out school buses that had the portable Wi-Fi. So if you were close to the area or right in the area, you were able to learn that way. But with YouTube, you have to have the equipment, you have to have the internet access, and without those things, you can't access that sense of learning. So that's a con of having YouTube. Is there any questions about the cons of YouTube University? Well, all right. Congratulations, you all. You guys are now graduates of YouTube University. I applaud you all for sitting and listening to my presentation. And these are my sources.
Great presentation, Velma.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm a graduate